Oh my god, it's another Cadian. This is the Cadian Castellan, and just in case you were thinking to yourself, you know what, I know we kind of wanted other regiments, and I know the Cadians have been around for ages, and I know they've just done a load more Cadians because they've done the shock troops, and we've got the Kazakin back, but really what we needed was another Cadian to go with all the other Cadians that we're getting. Well, don't you worry, because we do have another new Cadian. I actually can't remember how I started that sentence. Basically, this guy's like a command squad. He's like a command squad, but he's one dude. Just one man, alone. Well, not alone, because he's in the middle of an army, but he just goes around without a retinue walking amongst the troops and giving orders and directing fire and extending rerolls for every core unit in range. And, I mean, yeah, he looks fine. Looks cool. He's got a big coat. He's got some nice flak over him at the top there. And we've got a sword and a plasma pistol. That's pretty much, yeah, we've got a new Cadian. He's a new Cadian. You wanted more Cadians? Overall, yesterday when we covered the previews, what I saw most out of everything was people saying, you know what, just wish there was at least one more. And you've got your wish. You've got exactly what you wanted. That's not at all what most of you wanted. As you can see, it comes with a selection of heads and a selection of war gear, and quite a few people got very excited about that tank in the background. Do you see that tank in the background there? That tank there? That is not a Lehman Russ, that is not a Baneblade, that is not a Chimera, that looks a little bit like a Malcador, sort of, but is also knackered. I just want to point out that a lot of people were like, okay, clearly, this is something fancy and new. That tank might be. That might be the new tank that the Imperial Guard get, but that particular version of it, that one they've painted, that isn't fancy and new. That's got a big hole blown in the side of it. There's a hole in the barrel. The barrel is also facing all the way down because I think the turret's knackered. So it could be just a cheeky little tease of something that we get to see later on. Or it could maybe be a Malcador that has been sitting in the studio for a while and they decided to do something with it. Although I don't believe the Malcador has got a turret like that, so it's a little bit hard to tell. It's kind of difficult. Realistically, though, I'm more excited about the prospect of that being a new tank than I am about the fact that there's a Castellan. Because it's fine, I guess. It's just a one-man command squad, and that's okay. But what I really want is more tanks. More tanks all day, every day is what I need for the Imperial Guard. But then I would say that because my Imperial Guard army has got no infantry because it's all tanks. Because that's the best type of Imperial Guard army there is. I will not be taking any more questions at this time. Thank you very much for watching and use all the things. Subscribe, Patreon, all that stuff. I'm redoing the second channel again. That's a thing that's going to happen next week hopefully. So yeah, bye.